I don't know what it is about children in rain boots, but it's always like, oh God, it's so cute. No, 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 no. Wow, this is like the story you told me.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Edward.
And I'm Friedel.
We are two geeks, not on the same couch. So here we are on separate couches, continuing our overseas horror film series. You gonna ask me what we're watching tonight?
Yeah, I'd love to. Hey, Edward.
Yeah, hey, Friedel.
What's up? What horror movie are we watching tonight?
We are watching the Japanese Dark Water.
Oh.
Yes.
All right.
It was remade as an American film with Jennifer Connelly in 2005.
Oh. How'd that go over?
I actually really liked that film. I enjoyed atmosphere, the way it was shot. It's very sad. It's a very sad horror film. Takes place. They shot it in New York City on a little island called Roosevelt Island. You've seen it before if you've on film in a movie called Spider-Man. The original ending of the Tobey Maguire, James Franco Spider-Man took place in an abandoned, rundown mental institute that was on the south end of that island.
Oh.
And I would always drive by it up and down the East Side Highway and wonder what that was. And then it was in that movie, and then they shot this movie there. And for a while, there was a hospital out on that island. And so you would go out there and there would be people like wandering. This is what I heard. You'd like see people wandering around in like gowns and sort of hospital gear, like attire, because they were like out taking a walk from the hospital, or there'd be like a gurney in the street, or like it was a little bit like there's some like urban legends going on about this island. So I was super excited to see a movie that was shot on that island. I thought that would be really cool.
Yeah.
So shot in an apartment building. A single mother, the recently divorced single mother, takes herself and her daughter and moves into this building, and then things happen.
Things go sideways.
Things go somewhere else.
There's some strange shit going on here, Coleman.
I've been really ever since I saw that movie, I was really fascinated to watch this version of it. Right, I want to see the original. I've seen the trailer; it looks amazing. What a perfect selection for our overseas series. Interesting side note: a lot of people. Have you ever heard of the Elisa Lam case?
No.
I'm gonna drop some true crime on you for a second.
Oh dear, true crime.
Elisa Lam was a woman in LA on some sort of tour going to different places, and one of them was LA, and she stopped in the infamous Cecil Hotel. It's too much to even get into here, but let's just say that like it's rumored that the Night Stalker stayed there. The place has like a history, suicides and murders and seedy people staying at this place. It's got a vibe. It's got a history. You can see it in the background of the U2's music video for Where the Streets Have No Name. The one where they shot on top of a they did like an impromptu concert in LA.
Yeah.
On top of like a convenience store.
Uh-huh.
And through the entire video, that Hotel Cecil's in the background.
Oh.
It's just there in Hollywood throughout the years. It's rumored that the Black Dahlia stayed there at some point. It's a fixture, and it's well known in like true crime circles and whatnot. It's got a lot of history. Anyway, so this woman stayed there in like 2012. There's all this footage of her acting very strangely in the hotel's elevator.
Uh-huh.
And when you first see it, you're like, she's being followed. Something's happening, right? She's acting very paranoid. Keeps looking in and out of the elevator. And then at some point she takes off. A couple days go by, they find her body naked in the water tower on the top of the building.
I don't even know how to respond to that. That's upsetting.
It's really upsetting. People think, without getting into any plot details, people think that this movie was based on that. It's not. This came out long before that ever happened. So it's this weird sort of happenstance.
That is grim.
I, per usual, don't know anything about this film other than it's a mother and a daughter are the main characters, which automatically is like, in my mind, like, oh, absentee father trope, ? You've mentioned it's sad, so I'm like, God.
I think we should watch this movie.
I think we should too. We are slowly chugging along towards our goal of 113 horror films.
We are. If you like this goal and you like what we're doing, boop that subscribe button, give us a like. It really supports our channel. Drop a comment. Tell us what your favorite overseas horror film is, and be sure to check out our Patreon page if you really want to give us some support. Got a great little community going on over there, very involved. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the other side of this movie.
ちょっとした質問なんですけどね、前に精神科に通院されてたってことありますか？
I don't know what it is about children in rain boots, but it's always like, oh God, it's so cute. Why is her? Nope. No. There's a weird child. Oh no. Nope. Oh God. Damn it.
Yeah, like that little thing in the back there, or like the bag.
The bag. Yeah, no. No. So much no. No. Wow, this is like the story you told me. Ah!
10,000 no's.
Why?
Again.
Make it stop! Ruining bath time! See, I got it!
That's creepy and sad.
Creepy and sad.
And different. Slightly different than the American version. I think the American version is a different ending. Also still creepy and sad, but I think this is sadder.
Yes, this is like creepy and heartbreaking.
Yes.
There's a lot to unpack there. There's a lot to unpack there. Haunted child gets to be embraced by a mother figure and is sort of like put to rest in that way, that like this sort of way that like I was like, oh, once again we see like the allegory of being haunted as a person's struggle with their own mental illness, their own path, things that they face in culture around stigmatization, around all of the existential fear that we have as neurodivergent people. Are we going to lose our jobs? Are we going to lose our children? Are we going to lose ourselves? in our struggles to like stay sane, present in our bodies, present on the face of the planet, right? Like I'm having a hard time like understanding the sort of like the messaging here. She's clearly decided to mother this haunted child as a way of protecting her own child from being haunted, and is therefore making this very horrible choice between I'm creating trauma and attachment disorder and attachment wounding for my own child because I don't want them to have to deal with being haunted by this other child.
Kill her daughter.
That tried to kill her daughter, right?
Multiple times.
Multiple times, right. So in the sort of like the allegorical realm, I'm wrestling, I mean, as a neurodivergent parent, I often wrestle with that like really deep, and just as a neurodivergent person, like the very, very deep-seated fear, anxiety, existential worry that my loved ones are better off without me, and because I'm neurodivergent, right? Of course, that's not true, and I have tons of proof that that's not true.
Sure.
But in the moments where my brain squids have the mic and they have the blowhorns and they're on the intercom blasting out pernicious lies about who I am in the world, that's definitely a lie that gets weaponized. That like I have to protect my loved ones from my own neurodivergence. And so in the allegorical realm, like I was saying, like, has she committed suicide in order to like take herself out of the picture of her child's life? This is all hypothetical, theoretical, whatever. Like I can just believe like, oh, okay, she's living in an abandoned apartment with the haunted kid. And we can leave it at that.
She seemed very ghostly.
She seemed very
ghostly.
Right. Yeah. And so I'm like,
she never came out of that elevator.
No. So I'm like, did you go drown yourself in the water tank?
She never came out of the elevator. I think that spirit, upon the acceptance of the mother's love, took the mother with her to the spirit world.
Okay.
There's some cultural stuff going on here too, right? And I don't know enough about it, but I've seen enough Japanese horror to know that there is like some concept, and I should have researched it beforehand, but I didn't because I don't have time. But there's some concept of like trauma in the form of a vengeful spirit that can't be healed.
Interesting. Okay.
Right. And so I think that self-sacrifice, which had a lot of utility, by the way, in saving her own daughter.
Yep. Yes.
Not a wasted self-sacrifice.
No.
The ultimate gift she could give her daughter was this peaceful life, right? Her memory was erased. She was essentially free from the trauma for a long time, and then eventually, had to wander back happenstance to that apartment building and have that experience. But I almost felt happy for her that she got that extra moments with those extra moments with her mother, right? Like, even if she doesn't necessarily understand what's going on. But I also wonder if she maybe just then won't remember that well either, right? Like,
right.
But you saw that vengeful spirit is still there, and it's not like happy.
No, she's still parenting the vengeful spirit.
So did you like it?
I did like it. Those 14 minutes at the end that were here's your very, very, very long on-ramp. I felt the payoff in those 14 minutes was worth the long on-ramp. I'm not sure I say that about every long on-ramping. The pacing of, I think that slow horror is hard to do. And I felt like they nailed the pacing, and I was really impressed because I was like, I'm hooked in. I'm not bored. I'm on this ride until the end. I'm interested. I'm alive, awake, alert, enthusiastic.
Maybe someday we'll watch it, but it is interesting because the American version is slow and atmospheric, but not as slow. It's there's a little bit more American horror in that there's like the ups and downs, whereas this was like just slow up the whole time.
Yeah.
It was really fascinating to watch. And there was more, the American one's sad, but this was sadder.
Yes.
And I had that feeling. I'd seen some clips of it when I was doing some research on the Elisa Lam case. And I was like, okay, I need to like watch the original at some point. And then shortly after, we decided we were going to do this channel. So I just had it in my back pocket for when we could slot it in. So that was why I chose it for this series. Typically we have people recommend or vote, but I reserve at least one slot per month where I pick or we pick what we're going to watch.
It was a good choice.
It was good. I'm going to ask the question you always hate. What would you rate this film?
Okay. I would rate this film a non-toxic organic cure for black mold, a green purse.
Okay. I see what you're doing there.
Like a decade's worth of like free housing inspections that are up to code.
I was waiting for like a giant umbrella or something.
No.
Fair. Okay.
No. And housing slippers you can run in, because none of those looked like you could run efficiently anywhere in those.
Yeah, it's fair. I'm going to give this a 9.2.
Wow.
I think it's pretty up there.
9.2. Okay.
You get me with the little kids. You get me with, the grief and the horror and the mixing it together really like does it for me.
Yeah, grief and horror is an interesting chocolate and peanut butter.
Yeah, it really works for me really well. We got one more in our series of overseas horror. So
what is it, by the way? Do you know?
I'm not telling. Yeah, I do.
It's a secret. Fine. Keep your secrets, Edward.
It's the anime movie.
Japanese anime? Continue.
That's right.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say for this video. But we'll see you all here next week. Same bat time, same bat channel, same bat couch.
Hopefully we'll be back to the same couch.
Hopefully. And if you like this, give us a like, give us a subscribe, check out our Patreon, and we'll see you next week.
Okay. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for being here with us.